If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super unders and a song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit. Fuck, hey, it's just fuck.
Just cash.
Hey, we're live, E. We're live. We're back, bro. It seems like it's been forever.
I know we had 3 days off. Definitely feels like forever. We decided to take yesterday off with it only being 3 games, and felt like the best decision to do. So we are back for the grind. It is Tuesday, Taco Tuesday for everyone, and just cash. Hey,
Fuck those tacos.
yeah, we'll probably get some more rotten tacos. I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, guess what though, E? You know what happened while we were gone?
What's that?
We're at 1K subs. We hit the 1K.
We hit the 1K. Let's go. Yeah,
Damn.
you guys have been absolutely amazing. Thank you again. We finally hit our first, biggest milestone we've had so far. Didn't even start the channel a year ago, so I'm super excited to see that, we're able to reach this, and next step's going to be 2K. So,
Yes.
we're starting our next chapter of the family and the journey here, and super excited about that. Gonna have a lot more, I think, fun things coming in the near future too, right?
Heck yeah. And free youngin. Damn it, free youngin, damn it. Andre Reed says, what's your thought about Lakers Mavs trade? He says, let's effing go. I see a streak building, and C-Dot says free youngin. Youngin, we need you back, big young.
Yeah, free Youngin first off, man. Again, I hope he's doing well, and sure we'll get to see him back here real soon. Hoping at least before the Super Bowl. I know he's dying to watch the team play.
Fly, Eagles, die. They're going to get their ass whooped. E2 says, yay! Good job on 1K, guys. Hey, E2. That yay was for
Appreciate it.
you. That yay was for you. Thank you, sir. You're one of the 1,000, because we're at exactly 1,000. So any one person who didn't sub, we'd be at 999. So all of you are awesome. Unless you haven't subbed yet, then you're bunk as fuck. Hit sub, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Yeah, before we get started, make sure you guys do us a huge favor. Hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed down below so you don't miss out whenever we do go live. And we're going to have more videos coming out too, especially with WNBA just around the corner. There's been a lot of trades, a lot of shakeups, and we still have the draft upcoming as well. So we're going to start doing a little bit of, I think weekly breakdown of the trade situation, the teams, some compositions that we should be looking out for. And yeah, man, I mean, a lot of stuff down the stretch here with college basketball too. So we're still in the thick of that. Coming off of a straight winning week, man. Last week was just spectacular. We had a lot of X and 2 days, but I mean, no losing days across the board. Soccer's still just been on fire. I think DZ had like 6 straight days of absolute crushing. Shout out to Big Nug in the Discord too, man. He's been killing the esports. Just a lot of sharp minds in there, and you can get all of that access down below. Check out the links for the Discord. Still running our 7-day free trial. We did unfortunately have to switch from Patreon to a new service. The service is called WAP, but it's a lot easier on the eyes. You can kind of, compare it to Prizepicks as far as accessibility, the ease of access, like all that stuff. So it's super simple, same setup, and they offer, I think, a couple additional pay options as well. So make it easier on you guys, make it easier on us, and everyone who already made the switch over, we appreciate you guys so much. Seriously, thank you. I know that was annoying to have to do, but it's quick and painless, hopefully for everybody. And it seems like we got everyone right back into it, so we appreciate you guys.
For sure, I second that. We got the coolest community ever. We've been building it for a little bit now, and not a million people, but it's college basketball and WNBA. What do you expect? We're pulling the D-gens out the woodwork, but the people that we do have are dope as fuck. We're having fun. We're all winning, so I can't be mad about it.
Oh yeah, man. And like I said, we got a lot of stuff upcoming. We're definitely going to do some kind of a giveaway for this 1,000 subs. I know we've been talking about that for a little bit, so we'll have something for you guys. Stay tuned for that. And then we will be starting our TikTok and TikTok streaming too. Mark my words, we will definitely be getting onto that. We're going to start pushing the social medias a lot more, trying to grow the family. And the more that, we're able to do for that, the more we can do for you guys too. So again, we appreciate the support. We appreciate the love. Let's keep winning. Just cash.
Toon says, I thought I lost y'all, with a sad face. And then he said, I know you won't leave me, but I refuse to let you go. Toon,
Yeah.
We love it. Yeah, we just switched up, man. So if you're in the Discord and you haven't figured it out, it's super easy. Any of the top channels, announcements, premium access, all those channels, if you click there, it'll show you how to sign back up. It's super easy. And if your Patreon just got charged, just hit me up and I'll pay you back for that. Make it work. Make it right. So you won't be paying any extra. And we'll be good to go.
Yeah, and if anybody, same thing, if you guys have had any recent charges or whatever, that we can definitely help you guys out with that. So message us in the admin chat, welcome chat, whichever, and we'll go from there.
Andre Reed says, Just Cash community is gold. I'm glad to be here. Congrats on 1K, says Ant the Kid. And Andre Reed says, have you guys been keeping up with the NBA or just college?
Yeah, a little bit with the NBA. And I wanted to circle back to, I know you kind of threw in that question while we were going through the comments, but going back to the Luka and AD trade, I mean, personally, I think the Lakers came out way ahead on this deal. There's two sides of this thing, or two different kind of, aspects that I'm looking at for long-term, short-term. One thing is, the Lakers, they definitely gave up one of their obvious biggest players and biggest scoring, but also their biggest defensive threat. Plus, they were a little lackluster as far as like backups with the whole center position. So I'm not really sure how that's going to bode for them, short term, if they're trying to make a playoff push with Luka. But we've seen, different combinations of stand-in centers, and I think having LeBron and Luka is going to be very, very dangerous. So long-term, the Lakers, I think, came out way ahead on this deal. Essentially, they just kind of screwed Luka over. I think it was $100 million or something out of his contract, and used a couple of excuses about him being this or being that. But the dude's definitely going to be worth it. So I think that was kind of crazy as far as upper management with Dallas. And AD leaving, I think, is a little more short term. It's going to impact the Lakers a little bit more. But we could see them just pick up the pace and start playing more offensively. So it'll be interesting to see how that trades off. And then on Dallas side of things, I think it's appealing if the rumors are true that AD is going to go back to playing power forward and not the center position. I think if he goes back to the 4 spot and they play him alongside Gafford, or if Lively's able to come back, I think that is really appealing, because that makes a lot more sense for filling in that void of where Luka kind of plays in that small forward position a lot. So, I mean, that really bodes well short term, I think, for Dallas. And they could be, even more of a scarier team. But losing that firepower upside and consistency from, the field and from beyond the arc, because Uncle Drew, he's still kind of doing his thing, but Dinwiddie is so hit or miss from game to game. And then you got PJ Washington, who is either a bucket or he's kind of just running minutes and doing nothing. So I mean, that's hard to say, but I think Dallas came out better short term on this, but Lakers definitely long term.
Okay, there you go. Want to get into the plays?
Yeah, man. We got a jam-packed day. It's a massive slate. I think we have, 8 or 9 plays here for you guys. And there's I think, even a lot of other plays that are maybes, mid-tiers. So if we have time, we'll kind of run through those as well. But let's start it off with, we got a familiar favorite. He came through for us this last slate, Big Welcher, and this under 13.5 PRA. So looking back at last game, I think we had the game script planned out really well. We did get confirmation that Smith was going to come off the bench. And the only scary part that we had this last game was the other guy who should have played down the stretch. He got in massive foul trouble just basically the whole game. So he saw a reduction in minutes, and Wilcher, he came out and just played a normal game. But this guy's really bad. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. He's very inefficient as far as scoring. I mean, we've seen it a lot this season already, without Smith being back into the mix of things. But Smith being back 2 games, I mean, we've seen, the minutes kind of stay the same. I wish that would come down a little bit more, but the production's definitely come down.
I think that part's Smith's only been back 1 game, and I think dude only played those 35 because Scott got in foul trouble, like you said. So I think we might even be a little better. Yeah. Hopefully.
Okay, so yeah, just a 1 game then.
Yeah.
But still, we've seen, I believe, a little bit more where his normal average should lie. Some of these fight games, were reasonable matchups. He had these 2 against Xavier, which, I mean, back-to-back performances, he played pretty well. But against Georgetown, he barely went over that. The game ended up blowing out, so the offense was just kind of humming on all aspects. And he had another, little spike assist, little spike rebound game. So I still don't mind it. I think this time we don't see, what was his name? Who got in foul trouble? God,
I think his name's Aaron. I think his name's Aaron Scott, I want to say.
Yeah, Scott. So Scott typically is the guy who's going to close. He's going to play the minutes down the stretch. They usually have him out there for defense specifically, but this last game, again, with the foul trouble, he ended up playing a really reduced role. So
bad, right? I think he had 2 fouls, and he came back in for a minute, had his 3rd foul, sat till the first half, came in the second half, had his 4th foul right away too. So it was ridiculous.
Yeah, really unfortunate there, but the game pretty much played out how we figured it was going to be. RJ, Richmond, Zuby, those are the main 3. And then now with Smith coming back into more of an assertive role off the bench, he's going to take direct usage away from Wilcher here. So, I mean, unless Wilcher hits some random threes or... Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going to be the threes or the random scoring, but his lines are still too appropriate, and wouldn't be surprised to see him play mid to low 20s today, if that.
Yeah, he's poo-poo. I say Q Donkey, but it might be QD on key. So you let me know if I'm saying Q Donkey, and you're like, why is this motherfucker calling me Q Donkey? But QD on key, it might be. He says first round pick for Luka is crazy. Andre Reed says,
bro,
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I didn't even mention that part. Yeah, their first round pick, too, is just absolutely wild.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like to bring the mood down, but I don't care. I want to see Fat Luka running around in a Lakers jersey. I don't care. I don't care. Don't try to make me excited about NBA because there's trades now. Certain things are interesting. The only thing that is kind of fun is De'Aaron Fox with Wemby. I like that. That'll be fun to watch. The rest of the shit is who cares. Just my opinion. Like I said, I don't want to ruin anyone else's vibe. You can love it. I just can't get into it this year. Andre Reed says, you know what you're talking about. Facts. I like your take. And thank you for answering my question and giving me some helpful insight. God, seeing it.
Yeah. For sure, man. Not a problem. We love talking basketball.
Oh, yeah. Andre, I don't think you're in the Discord, man. Jump on in, bro. I think you've been there before, but I don't think I've seen your name recently. But yeah, we got a new easy way to sign up. So, and if you already had the 7-day free trial, you can have it again because we switched up. So come on, try it again. Get into some college. It's been fun. I got
Everyone gets a 7-day free trial.
right. Just get it again. We've been whooping some ass too. It's been fun. All right, back to this, E. Sorry. Thanks for the comments, though, guys. And also, if you have any questions or plays that you like today, put them in the chat. And I do want to say what we should say every single day that we do the stream is, if you're watching this a little bit late and it's not live for you, make sure you put in the comments after the show who your favorite plays are so we can look through later on. Because it helps us, too, if you add comments. And it makes it fun. What do you think about that?
Oh yeah, 100%. And I mean, it also kind of indirectly helps us just randomly get thrown back into the algorithm. So
Right.
anytime's appreciated.
Win-win. Q Donkey says Q Donkey is right. You had it right. All right, you're not QD on key. All right, Q Donkey, let's go. Either way, I mean, they're both cool.
No, very, very sharp interpretations of both, honestly.
Here we go. All right, let's get through these. Sorry, we have like eight more plays.
Yeah, we'll hum through a couple of them here real fast. So, next play we're going to talk about is Kadary Richmond under this 3.5 turnovers. This is just another one that just seems like it was placed into an algorithm somewhere, and they somehow came out with this answer. He's been at 2.5. I mean, literally all season. So this is the first time we've ever had him at 3.5. The matchup I think is going to be pretty solid. We get a bit of a pace down here for these guys. And going back to, we're talking about Smith coming off the bench. So Richmond was their primary playmaker, and he's kind of now taken a transition back to being a shoot first, pass second in the playmaking. He has overlap with Smith on the court at the same time as him. So he definitely becomes a lot more of a spot-up shooter now, and I think we're going to see a little bit less of the playmaking as those minutes come up for Smith. And, I mean, Scott, for that matter, too, he's a secondary playmaker. So, I mean, there's a lot of other hands that they could go to. But the matchup doesn't really scare me at all, to be honest. I know that Cam Jones has been somewhat of a popular play today, and totally warranted. But defensive-wise, the real one that we got to worry about is Stevie Mitchell. We played him before. We took his 1.5 steals. Now, this also correlates with, I wanted to talk about with Wilcher as well. Stevie's going to be on lockdown duty with Wilcher, so he's going to make his life a living hell, which I think also just really is going to boost our scoring downside for him. But Richmond going up against Cam, I believe Richmond's got a little bit of size on him too, but he's really living in that mid-range and beyond the arc as of late. So I like that. 3.5 is just way too high of a line. We can see that he's only hit that in 4 games all season. And for him, his home road splits favor back at home. He gets marginal downside in the turnovers. So unless we just get a lot of, forced dumb turnovers, like a lot of out-of-bound passes, I just don't see it. 3.5 is just way too high. I mean, they typically don't offer these unless it's somebody who just has an outrageous turnover rating. So I like it. Matchup says it's really good. Bottom 40, bottom 30 overall in the league. So yeah, I like it, man. Sign me up for this 3.5 under.
Yeah, I'm not the turnover master like you, but that makes so much sense in so many ways, bro. 3.5 is crazy high. Especially with Smith now handling the ball so much more, probably today. You would think that's going to take a huge time from Kadary having the ball in his hands. So you got to love that. The odds are really tough, minus 180, I think. So if you're on Fliff or you're on a book and you want to take it, you could pair it with something. I personally did Texas Tech winning today. What do you think about that? Because I know Edgecombe's out for Baylor. And Texas Tech has been great. And it's in Texas Tech. I see you have it on your list already. That's personally my favorite money line today. So I put that with it. And I think it came out to like minus 104. So that was pretty nice.
Yeah, it was close to a plus money. No, I think Texas Tech is totally fine. Them or Dayton or even Ole Miss for that matter. Not Ole Miss, Nevada for that matter. Pretty super favorable matchups, but no, I don't mind the Texas Tech call at all.
Nice. Good. Andre Reed says, I'm there. I've been away, unfortunately. All right, well, you're there. And if you're there now, we'll see you now and the future, sir. That's awesome.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you being here now. Hey.
Right. There we go.
All right, so let's go on to the next play. We got Davion McKnight, and we're going to go under this 18.5 PRA. Now, another player who's just continued to struggle throughout the season. I think that, we've seen at least current season what his metrics really look like long term. We've seen a couple of these spike games. Obviously, the first 2 games of the season are very just night and day of how the rest of the season looks. They play the starters a ton of minutes. Sometimes the usage is a bit inflated towards the more vetted players, so not surprised there. But as the team develops and also as these matchups become increasingly difficult, he's really just kind of taken a backseat to a lot of his teammates here. And with the center, who's their center? I always forget this guy's name. Fremantle. Yeah, Fremantle was out for a couple games. He was dealing with some injuries or illness one, but he's back full time now. So the usage has shifted back over towards him being the dominant, running through the offense. He's taking the most shots on the team, and then sprinkle in Conwell, who's been playing really well as of late too, and then Swain. He's kind of a mixed bag, but typically about a double-digit scorer a game. So there's a lot of different options as far as, spreading the ball out, team usage, and everything across the board. Malik Mack has been playing pretty solid defense. I mean, he's been averaging basically 2 steals a game over the last couple games with Epps and this start, not start, in, out nonsense that he's been doing. Which it looks like today, Epps is going to be another game time decision. He was out this last game. And I forget who comes in and starts for him. Was it Robinson or somebody else?
Somebody shitty. I'm reading here that Jaden Epps will not be playing tonight.
Okay. All right, good to know.
It's not by a super source that's 100%, but someone's replying to that John Rothstein guy who's, the legit dude, and he says Jaden Epps, and in quotes it says not talented at basketball, will not be playing tonight. So take it for what it is, but it looks like he's out.
Okay. Well, in that case, I mean, we'll get Caleb Williams back in the starting 5, and they ran a really, really tight rotation this last game. So marginal interest for Georgetown props. That'll be interesting. And we'll talk about those here in a little bit though. But yeah, man, I mean, McKnight is just not doing this. He's taking a backseat in a lot of different metrics. And then if we look at the on-court matchup and overall defensive matchup, very difficult scoring, extremely difficult scoring, let's be real. And then very top 100 assists allowed per game. So there's really just, I think, a few paths for him to get there. And it's really going to come down from the scoring aspect. The assists have been really all over the place, and I think the rebounds are still too high for him. I mean, he has a couple of these spike games here, but a lot of these are pace up spots, and I don't know. But the usage rating for this guy has been less than 20% basically all season, so he's going to have to be super efficient or get to the free throw line, or hit a bunch of threes. It's going to have to be one of those outlier metrics, but I just don't see it. He should be 17.5. Maybe that would be a little bit scarier, but 18.5 is just still, I think, a full point too high. So we'll take that under.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will. Danny C says AJ Hoggart's points and Bryce Thompson's points. Not sure if you want to go back to those after you get through a few more of your plays here, but we got those there.
Yeah. So, I mean, Hoggart, I didn't mind really, depending on if what was some dude's name? If the guard for Florida suits up Walter Clayton. If Clayton's out, I don't mind taking a stab at that. But if Clayton plays, I'm a little worried about this game staying close because it had a pretty high spread.
Okay. Right.
Real fast though. With Hoggart though, one play that did stand out for me personally was his assist at 3.5. It's obviously a more difficult matchup and all that, but he's been very consistent with this all season.
All right. Bryce Thompson points is his next one, and Jameer Watkins assists. And Q Donkey says, ooh, Dawson Garcia. The missing man, the myth, the legend, Big Dawson's Creek, man. He has come through. It's like, when's he going to stop? I feel like it got to be one of these days. We going to play him every day? Shit. I think he's only had one bad game in the last month?
Yeah, man, he's just been on an absolute tear, especially for the last 2 weeks. I mean, dude's just been on God mode out there. Just, I mean, unstoppable, making every shot possible, and switching it up, getting the threes, getting to the free throw line a bunch. So
up tempo
he's
too,
been on a
right?
heater.
Penn State's fast game too. Like, it's not the worst matchup.
Yeah. No, just can they keep the game close? I will say Minnesota's been playing a little bit over their head lately.
Yeah, they've been playing good.
Bryce Thompson, man, I'll tell you, I love it if it was anything but Houston. That's my only red flag. That's probably like 2 red flags on the play. His lines are so low, it's scary. And this looks beautiful. I think the points, all this stuff, extremely low, but man, that matchup.
Who's he playing, Houston?
Yeah, Houston is shutting some teams down.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. Houston's fucking crazy. Their defense is crazy.
I'll be totally transparent. I do have Bryce and that Hoggart assist on my mid-tier, like, personal leans. So, I might have a sprinkle of it and a slip here or there or whatever. Probably just a slip, to be honest. But I like what I'm seeing. I just hate the matchup, and it's on the road in Houston.
Yeah. No need to push it, man. No need to push it.
Pass.
And what was that last one? There was a third guy?
Jameer Watkins assists.
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
He's been balling, too.
Was it 1.5? 1.5 or 2.5?
That I don't know. It just says assists.
Let's see. 2.5. Oh, man. 1.5. I would have jumped all over that. It's a great spot for it. Notre Dame is definitely allowing a lot of assists, a lot of scoring. It's not bad, but the Jaquan Davis, he's just been kind of a usage monster with the assists lately. So that's a little bit scary. And he came into the starting unit, I think 12 games ago. Competing, I think, for usage between him and a little bit of Ewan. Ewan's been passing the ball lately too. I know he popped off this last game.
That's your homie, Ewan.
Yeah, man. I wish they were on the road again. That dude's been crushing on the road.
Yeah, his lines are a little too crazy today.
I don't mind it. I think it's a pace down spot for Florida. Let me check real fast.
Chat Chai T says favorite WNBA move so far, ? And also congrats on the 1,000.
Hey, appreciate that. So to wrap, it is a pace down spot for Watkins. Not a bad play, but it's very appropriate for his season average. There's no like real inherent value there.
I like it.
Yeah, so the WNBA, man, I think the biggest trade was, I think honestly, low-key, Griner going to Vegas is very interesting. And I say that because we saw Asia play 2 different games this last year. One, she played as the center. She played at the 5 for a majority of the season, and then she played at the 4. And personally, I love Asia at the 4. I think she is damn near unstoppable. So if we get some combination of like Griner and Asia in the starting 5, man, that team is going to be nasty, like really nasty.
Is Griner there? Griner went to the Aces?
Yeah, she's on the Aces.
God, I didn't know that. Jewel Lloyd and Griner?
Yeah, dude, that team is so stacked. It's not even funny.
They're like, bro, we lost last year. We don't like losing. Let's get all the players back. We got to win again. Fuck this. That's crazy. I did not know that. Wow.
I would say that was probably the biggest, kind of team composition trade, but I was most shocked by DeWanna Bonner going to Indiana and not going to Phoenix with Alyssa Thomas. And I say that because obviously they're, married and they're together and they've been playing on the same team for the last, God knows how long. But I think that's really, really telling that Bonner legit wants to win a ring. She doesn't want to start over in a rebuild. So we could actually see a completely different side of Bonner this year where she comes out and she's playing her heart out more and not this, logging 35 minutes of cardio every other game.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Indiana's dangerous, man. I'm so excited for this WNBA season.
Me too. Caitlin Clark's about to show everybody this year, bro. She got that year under her belt. She's about to come out like, who the fuck is this? It was already who the fuck is this? Now it's about to be who the fuck is this? Danny C said, dang, I thought I got jumped out of the Discord, so now I gotta join WOMP. It's WAP, Danny C. It's WAP, not WOMP. But either way, wet ass pussy E. You gotta join wet ass plays is what we changed it to, right? Wet ass plays.
Yeah, the wet ass plays.
WAP. Gotta join the WAP, Danny C. Yeah, bro, come on through. It's super easy to do. The link is in the description. Click, you'll go Bing, you'll hit get access. So it'll sign your Discord up real quick, 7-day trial. You got to put in your dumbass credit card, or you can use PayPal, I think. Actually, you can only use PayPal on the week thing. Yeah, put in your dumbass card or whatever. They don't charge it. They just hold it. You can cancel it in 7 days if you want, and you can hang out with us and decide if you want to keep hanging out with us. Q Donkey says, Bonner to Indiana. I love it. Stacked. AOD says stacked.
Oh.
Like Dolson.
Yeah. Oh man, it's gonna be crazy. So again, I think that's gonna be the next bit of content that we're gonna put out for you guys. We're gonna do some team breakdowns just throughout the week, talking about some of these trades and how this could impact some of these teams too.
Nice. AOD says Undertaker beats and modest money. We're at 19 likes, guys. We only need 6 more likes and we're gonna have the best day. Ooh. 6 likes for the good luck on our bets, your bets, AOD's bets, Nugs bets, Q Donkey's bets, Danny C's bets, Chat Chai T's bets, Andre Reed's bets, E2's bets, Ant the Kid's bets, C Dot's bets. Everybody's bets gets good luck if you guys hit the like. So, I mean, I would. It's a good thing to do, guys. Just saying. All right, E, so we got 1, 2, 3... done there. I cut you off. I know you're still talking WNBA if you wanted to continue on.
No. Okay. No, we definitely need to hurry up and hum through a little bit more of this. Yeah. So
that first game starts at 3:30 too, I think.
Right. So we'll talk about the next 3 or 4 plays real fast. So if you guys got any questions, still throw them in there, but let's keep it going. So next up we got Big Broom, man, coming back in for more action. He came through for us the last 2 games in a row now, and they've just kind of left his lines basically about the same range. So we're gonna go right back. We're gonna go right back to this 31.5 points plus rebounds, and now I would say arguably an easier matchup, especially an easier matchup than Ole Miss. Man, Ole Miss has been so good, especially at home, but. Yeah, easier matchup. They are also back at home, so this would be, I believe, his first game back since his Tennessee won. Much easier matchup. I believe they're 16.5 point favorites, so clearly favoring Auburn to take this one down. But I like his on-court matchup. I mean, his opponent is a little undersized and underweight to be able to hang with him. Granted, I mean, he's a reasonable defender, but nothing too crazy. So, I mean, as long as we can keep the game under a 20-point blowout, and Broom will still go out and play a hefty amount of minutes. I mean, he's played basically 30-plus since coming back from injury these last 3 games, so I do like that. I think the lines are still, as I mentioned, appropriate to favorable. This might be the last time that we get him at 31.5 if he clears it again. He's been somewhat of a popular play today too, which, all these reasons kind of make sense, but I like it. I like also the fact that he is developing his game a little bit more from just being able to surprise, have that wow factor. This last game, he went 2 of 2 from 3, and I think he only shot, 1 more 3 or something like that. But the fact that he is taking these open look threes, I think is really impressive, and it's just something that's going to only further his game. And we've also seen the playmaking, kind of creeping up over the last month too. So I do like that. I think he's got a lot of capability. And this particular matchup, his opponent, I don't think they can afford to try and double team him like Ole Miss did the last game in the second half. So he just go out, do his thing in the first half, and I like this. I would like to see him be a little bit more aggressive in the first 5 minutes, though. I will say I don't like the fact that they don't run many plays to him at all.
Yeah. I feel like some of that might have been him still getting back from that injury 100%, so they're warming him up a little slow, but who knows? I think he's ready now. Yeah, the matchup's not the best, but damn, bro, he's second best player in college, and he's on the number 1 team, so got to go with him, man. His lines aren't too high. We're not reaching too far, so got to take it. Like you said, it might be the last time. K-Frosh says, I took the Fever to win it all, and I'm already getting a little profit on the cash out. That's what's up, bro. Hey, also, bro, I hit you up. I don't know if you figured out. The Discord must have started working because you didn't hit me back, but hit me up if you didn't figure it out.
Yeah,
yet.
he got it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, he's good.
What's up, Big Ian? Big Ian's here. Big Ian's here. He says, what's your favorite 3 on the college list? I wonder why Ian wants a favorite 3. Must be Underdog.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I'll be totally honest. I used my boost today on this next play we're going to talk about. Bobby Durkin, 13.5 points. The Kaderi Richmond, I think might be the E-Dog play today. It's definitely my favorite turnover prop, but under 3.5. And then you can get John L. Broom his 14.5 alt point line, because I think that's the lowest that any site's offering. But you can throw those together with that boost, and it's like a 4 dot something.
So you said Kaderi under turnovers, Broom over 31.5 PR, and what was the third one? The wheelchair one, or
no? Durkin's 13.5 points, and then Broom, you can alt his points down to 14.5, and I would take that.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Because it's a 3-pick minimum.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. And the kid says Chase Ross over 5.5 RA. Wheel G says congrats on the 1K. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Come jump in the Discord, Will G. I don't know if you're there or not, but I don't remember Will G, so maybe you have a different name in Discord. But if not, come on through, bro. What's up?
Let me run through a couple more of these plays real fast before we get too far behind.
Okay.
All right. So Bobby Durkin, next play that we got here on the list, and one that was kind of a late find today. We did post it, I think a few hours ago, but this prop for him, I think, is really, really interesting. So they didn't offer us his PR line, which I would have considered, but his just straight up points, I think, is extremely appealing for a couple of reasons. One, he's been at 14.5 points for the last ever now, because we played him this game where he snapped off and we took his PR line, and I think we played him against Providence as well. But we played him before, and his lines were a point higher than what they are today. You can see clearly overall in the season, very solid, 71%. But 2 different things that I think are really favorable for us, or 3 different things. One, this guy has played just an unhinged amount of minutes in basically every kind of game environment. This one game that they had on a blowout, he only played 25 minutes, but still put up 14 points. Oh, no, he put up 19 points. I take that back. But every other game, I mean, blowout be damned, this guy just plays 31 to 36 minutes every single night. Their team, I believe, has only been blown out twice all season, so they've been very competitive, hanging around, and it's a lower adjusted line. And Bobby also has massive road splits. He actually averages 16.8 points on the road, so they go to him a lot in general. But another thing is, okay, they have his 3 set at 3.5. And assuming that he gets that, I mean, that's 12 points. So if we just need a bucket in the mix, I mean, it makes sense that he's been shy of this, but still clearing his points. So I like that. Another little bump to it. But if you look at the matchup here, I mean, it's almost bottom 15, bottom 20% of the league as far as threes allowed. He's been very consistent with doing this so far all season. Even if he only gets 3 threes today, I think just a couple of field goals from the field, and we're there, no problem. So, minutes, low line, great 3-point matchup, road splits. I think we got to lock this one in.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Ian Warner says, oh, snap, an E-Special. Nice.
Yeah, man. Try not to feel too good about today, but I feel pretty good, man. We had a spicy list for you guys.
Yo, that Richmond under, man. I might have to go put some more on that. I know the odds are a little funky, but I might have to combine that with a few different things just so one thing doesn't mess up that play. If he gets 4 turnovers, okay, but I don't know, man. I don't think so. Not with Smith playing 25 minutes, 20 minutes at least.
No, and especially with how ball dominant RJ's been as well too. I think he's just gonna be a spot up shooter, secondary, thirdary playmaker, if that.
Yeah. Or yeah.
All right. So for our next play, we got 2 different options. I know we posted Trey Kaufman-Renn his PR last night because they didn't have a fantasy lines up. So I still do like the 25.5 PR. This matchup's gonna be pretty insane. It's the biggest pace up spot. Iowa's just an absolute track meet. And they also lost Owen Freeman this last week, so he's going to be out for a while. And that's just going to leave Peyton Sanford to basically square up with TKR here by himself.
Oh, God.
Very difficult.
That's going to be bad.
Very difficult matchup.
I went straight points with it, bro. 18.5 points seemed pretty easy for him.
Yeah, man. I think we could take either of these routes. So the 18.5 points, which
it's 19.5
like
now.
That's already
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he actually bump? Wow.
I took 18.5 last night, right in the middle, minus 122. Okay, but they have a little discount.
Okay.
Or, I mean, a little juice.
Yeah, so he's still at least available here. Yeah, honestly, I mean, I don't mind either just a straight up points. And the reason why I had the fantasy on here is, as I mentioned, with the injury to Owen Freeman, that's going to open up a lot more usage for Sanford on the other side here. So assuming that this is going to be his on-ball defender, we should see more stock potential from TKR overall. Now, the only thing that I do worry about is Sanford took a lot of threes this last game, so if that's going to be a little bit more of his role, there's a good chance that he's going to be dragging TKR to the three-point line, and he could miss out on a lot of rebounds. So we might be trading off rebounds for stock potential, which I don't mind, but he's been rebounding a lot more on the road, so maybe we could be losing a little bit of that mustard on there.
That mustard.
Do you want to switch it up to points and then fantasy?
If you want to. I played the points last night. Yeah, I'm down with that. 18.5 points.
Yeah, let's go ahead and switch that up just in case, because I mean, there's a good chance the points could totally bump. But I think the fantasy is appropriate. It's a point cheaper on Underdog right now than it is on Prizepicks. So, assuming it's a close game, he goes out, plays his minutes. I mean, he's been really solid for the fantasy line here. So, I'll show you guys that real fast. But again, just this pace up and his usage already on the season has been so crazy. I think that that's going to line up pretty well for us. But also the fantasy, I don't mind this either.
Okay, sounds good. Ant the Kid said Martinelli question. So do you want to jump to that at the same time? He said over 0.5 3-point made, maybe 1.5 with no Brooks. So I figure you can do that one with your Martinelli play you already have, maybe. Yeah.
So last night we locked in one at least for Martinelli because we knew his lines were for sure going to move. They opened him up at 4.5 rebounds, which is kind of crazy because he averages 5.5 on the season, and that was with Brooks playing. So that I think was a total steal. Hopefully, again, shout out to the Discord, but hopefully you guys caught that in last night. Yeah, so it kind of seems like there's a great debate in who's going to pick up the usage or how this is going to shake out for the team. I've seen one side of the field who's been on Jalen Leach and his, PRA, PA upside, which I think is totally warranted. He did step up this last game, but I do have to caution that even though with Brooks out of the starting lineup, he actually took kind of a step back in usage. So we actually got bailed out. I didn't notice until after the game. We got bailed out because he shot 5 of 8 from 3. Now, this is somebody whose three-point line is at 1.5 today. So that can kind of tell you what his season average has been really looking like. Now, with that being said, the main guy was still Nick Martinelli. He had over a 30% usage rating, which I don't think is any surprise. He's been on the increase, and usage and all that stuff's been going up. So Martinelli I like, but man, are his props kind of outrageous. They are very appropriate. I mean, even this last game when we had news about that, I mean, he was 17 and a half points or something like that, and now he's 20 and a half points.
Rust, I think he was 16 and a half even.
Well, he was the slate before Brooks got hurt, because that was the one that he crapped out on us, and he hooked with 16.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So even this last game, he was just, again, inefficient scoring. He ended with 15 points, but yeah, the rebounding upside is huge, because Brooks, the one thing that he for sure was doing was he was their rebounder. So now with that void kind of being left out, that's going to be a lot more, especially for Nick, because it seems like they're starting him in that position. He's going to slide from the 3 to the 4, or kind of make that float between the two of them like Brooks was doing. But this dude's playing 40 minutes a game basically. So it's really hard to chase these hot lines, man. I'm not going to lie to you. If I was to chase anything, it's probably going to be either the fantasy or those threes that you're talking about. I mean, this is a really, really low parlay piece. I mean, you're definitely going to have to parlay with that something decent. So I get it. I mean, it makes sense, but Ty Berry with the starting unit is kind of their de facto other three-point shooter. So do keep that in mind.
All right. Isaiah has something interesting here. What's up, man? Haven't seen his name on here much, but what's happening?
Yo.
He said on Dabble his 3 is set at 2 or 3. I don't know what that means, but the next thing he says is even more interesting. Check out Jacob Kohler on Dabble. He's 5.5 rebounds. He's went under on hardly any games and playing a team with no big. So Jacob Kohler. Michigan State, UCLA.
Jackson, yeah.
Oh, it's Jackson. Yeah, he wrote Jacob. Yeah, Jackson. My bad. Yeah, and then he fixed it underneath. I didn't see that. Udaman.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And that's why we love Outlier, because I just need one part of a name and I'll find him.
Oh, cool.
So it looks like metrics wise, it is very, very tough rebounding matchup. He's been very consistent. Now, I know this team likes to play a very, very deep bench. So let's see.
There's always something about UCLA that's tough to go against. What is it? Are they slow as fuck?
Yeah, they're a little slow. That's unfortunately one thing. My problem with this team all year is just the minutes, and they give their players. Yeah, it's a pretty pace neutral. It's pace down. Yeah, UCLA
pace down,
slower.
And and they're real good on defense, and the total's pretty low too. So yeah, it's a little scarier.
I mean, dude's been very productive in the minutes that he's getting, but on a good night, I mean, dude, you're praying for 20 minutes. I mean, he's only played over 20 minutes one time since beginning of January. So I mean, we had a full month of just the same thing, and it's not even him too. That's the problem with this whole team. It's only Akins is the only guy who plays over like 25 minutes, but every single player on the team, dude, they just play like 22, 23 minutes, and I'll show you why. No other team is running this deep of a bench. I mean, they run basically a 10-man rotation every single night. So this roughly looks like every single game. Could he get there? Sure. You know, I'm definitely not going to doubt his talent, but the minutes are so random.
Yeah. 18-3, one of the top teams in all of college, but no star because of that. Like Michigan State, who we betting on? No one. It's like Houston.
And this team's cool though, because they're one of the only teams that run a full transition team like this, and they do this specifically to keep their team fresh legs and they spread the ball out. I mean, you can see only Akins is the standout shooter, and then everything else is clear across the board. So it's not like there's no superstar on this team, but this is the Oklahoma City Thunder minus SGA. Basically, just a whole lot of mid guys who can just play really well together.
Makes sense. Isaiah said Bobby Durkin 3 is set at 3 for 3-pointers. My bad, I forgot who I was talking about. Guess what, Isaiah? You smoke weed like us, and we forget what we're talking about all the time, so join the freaking club, bro! We got 29 watching, and we're at 23 likes, guys. We only need 2 more likes for good luck on all our bets. I'm sure 23 of the 31 watching now have probably hit the like, but if you're one who has not hit the like, whoever gets that 25th like, when you hit that little thumb and you go to 25, that's the person that gets the best luck. So when that happens, be happy. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
So we got a few more to go through and then we're good to go. But damn, a nice 30 people watching today. College basketball is going to be fun. Lots of games. Game starts in 34 minutes. Take it away, E.
Super excited. All right, so we're going to talk about Owe again. He's been kind of one of our favorite players to pick on for an under, and I actually see that Coach just posted something in our chat too, which is going to be a good look. But let's talk about Big Owe.
Good one. There you go. We'll put a little auto tune on you. We'll be good in no time, bro. Double K Zamboni. What's up, bro? I didn't know you were Double K. Okay. Ooh, we got 24. Whoever hits that next like, guys. Oh no, someone
be the real lucky one.
Someone must have taken it away and put back a 23. See how you guys are? Sneakies.
That's okay.
Okay.
All right. So we got Owe, whose line just kind of, they keep refusing to bump his line down. He's been somewhat of a sweat for this marker, but I mean, 81% under on the season, clearly still a bit too high of a bar for him. It's on the road and going up against Ole Miss. So I really like this spot. I mean, Ole Miss has been very, very stout at home. They are playing a normal just bout of basketball. They don't play down to their opponents or anything. So if their opponents start slipping, Ole Miss will definitely keep the foot on the gas. So I do like that, but his on-court matchups can be a very difficult one. Ole Miss has been very, very good against covering wing players and any kind of slashing guards. So we saw this, most recent game against Auburn where Broome was able to do a lot. And I believe the center for them also had a pretty solid game. So that's just been their game plan, shut down the guards, try and funnel everything to the inside. And that's not really Owe's game. And honestly, I mean, the dude's been kind of taking a hit on offense production too. They opened him up at 16.5 points, so they did already adjust that down. But I like the PRA downside here. It's a very, very difficult scoring spot. He's not really been a consistent rebounder, so this line I think is still inflated, and not really sure why it's at 5.5. He only averages 4.5 rebounds on the season, so we're getting that juice there. And then the playmaking, just as volatile. I would say this is probably favorable. He averages closer to 2 on the season. So, I mean, it's not like we're getting taxed up too bad for that. But I like it, man. It's a pace down spot. Low game total at a little higher than I thought. Okay, 156. So, scary game total. But he's just not that guy. And he's not had good road metrics. So, I'm going under. We're going under.
Hey, it was funny. I said the 25th like will give you the best luck, and people unliked so they could be the 25th. That's not what I meant, guys. What I really meant was all of the 25 have the best luck of the day is what I meant. If you do hit the like and we get to 25, it's extra bonus like. So 3 more now, guys. Someone said fuck that and unliked. I feel you. Double K says Zamboni here. Shout out to DZE and Nug. Already made some very nice coin in the soccer esports sections of the Discord. Hold on.
Hey, let's go.
Jermaine's here. What's up, man? What's up?
Yo.
He says, let's get this money. Need it. Hey. We're gonna do our best now. We're gonna make sure in the long run we are gonna make that money. Just don't put too much down on one play. Ride it out long term. We're gonna cash for real. He said, I didn't notice that about the team. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to watch more often and keep up for my slips. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. Again.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad play, necessarily. Just stuff to, keep an eye out for.
Word up. All right, let's get through these last ones so we can watch this basketball.
Yep. 2 more plays for 2 more likes. So make sure you guys get that 25th like for us in there. Next up, we got Miles Rice. We're going to take his over on 1.5 turnovers. Now, this one I was kind of torn between 2 different players. I will say honorable mention for Ballo, his 1.5 turnovers as well. Both of these guys have had pretty awful road splits. I'm going to go with Rice here because I'm a little bit more worried about the interior matchup. Steven Crowell and both Nolan Winter, both of those guys don't create any turnovers. Crowell especially. That dude averages 0.3 steals or something on the season. So very risky there. And the payout was only a .7 something, just kind of bit of a bad taste in the mouth for betting wise, but I do like the guards for their turnover position here. Rice, he's just kind of a player who's just out there in la la land. I'm not really sure what this guy is doing for the team, to be honest. I mean, the scoring has been so up and down from game to game. He's still getting a fair amount of usage, mid-20s, so I mean, I do like to see that, but he's going up against both, I believe, John Blackwell and who's the other guy? Blackwell and oh my god, I cannot think this dude off the top of my head. But both of the opposing guards are pretty solid stock and defenders, so I do like that. Klismet, that's who the other one was. Yeah, Max Klismet, one of our other favorite unders we like to take.
And Kermit the Frog.
Yeah, Kermit. But yeah, Miles versus Blackwell. I think Blackwell, he has a lot of size on this dude. I mean, massive reach and span on him. So if he's going out there just doing his la-di-da thing again, I think this is going to be very tough sledding. And again, with the road game here, pretty healthy pace. We got a 150.5 total. It's a pace-up spot for those guys. So I like it. 1.5, low-hanging fruit. I think we got to take it.
Ian says, whoever's taking their like away, you ain't shit. Thanks, Ian.
Appreciate that.
We love you, Ian. Bet money, it was C-Dot, he said. Dang, hating on C-Dot like that. K Frosh says, where do you find the turnover props?
Most of them are typically the very last or second to last props for the players on Underdog, and then Prizepicks, I believe they have their own tab for turnovers too. But you can also go up here and
they have them on Flip
in
too.
The search menu.
So you can.
Yeah.
Flip is nice. Flip is nice, especially on ones that are bad payouts, because you can go and you can add something that's, a little bit better odds than something if you had to do it on an Underdog or something like how we did Texas Tech money line today with Kaderi turnovers.
Right.
Feels good. Feels good.
Yeah.
I think Flip would be the spot for that. But yeah, they are on those ones too. They aren't on a lot of books though. A lot of books don't have that.
No. A bit more selective there, unfortunately.
Right.
All right. And then we got our last one here. We're going back to the ace, his 2.5 turnovers. And honestly, it just feels like the gift that just keeps on giving. The only reason that I wasn't super in love with the play is they did have it, I feel like the game has a slight wee tiny chance that it could blow out, but Minnesota's been really doing their thing. So I think kind of circling back to it, I think they hang around in this game. But yeah, man, I mean, you can see here 81% on the season. He hasn't had a single game with less than 2 turnovers. So, I mean, that's at least his baseline marker. And I mean, the dude averages closer to 3.5 turnovers on the season already. So just consistent Butterfingers. I mean, he's one of their primary playmakers, as you can tell with his prop being at 8.5, which I will also say I feel like is a touch too high consideration for that under 8.5 as well. You can see he's staying well above that or well below that.
I like his under points too.
Yeah,
he's not a shoot. I mean, he's scored before, but a lot of games, bro, he looks to pass. It's pretty high.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't mind either one of those. And again, with their starting center being back, he's just losing a little bit of usage on that as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, 2.5 turnovers look like a solid play, consistent all season. So sign me up for it.
Sounds
and the
good.
matchup's good.
Dopeness. And I think we're done.
All right. Did we get that lucky 25 or no?
No, we got 22. Then I was talking shit at 23. Then we went back down to 22. Then we went back to 23. Then Ian said, "You motherfuckers." Then we went back down to 22. Then someone else hit it back up to 23. So we're sitting at 22 again. I don't know who's taking their likes off and putting them back, but somebody's just probably riding in a bumpy car and keeps hitting it on accident. I don't know. But yeah, man, I feel like we had a good little set of plays, a lot of good games. We're not even gonna be able to watch them all, so we're gonna have to pick and choose which games to watch today. And last thing I do want to say, if you're watching this a little late, throw your favorite plays in the comments after we're off, and we'll check them tomorrow and see how you did. That'll help us, and that'll be fun. Yeah, what were you gonna say there?
I forgot. Coach had brought up something real fast.
Okay.
Always under first half points. I think that was also a really solid look. He was at 8.5, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why is it so high?
I don't know.
Is it on Underdog?
But
let's look. I'm gonna look on Underdog while you're doing that. Well, I guess you're gonna get to it before me. 7.5.
That's okay. Yeah.
I see it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a great one, Coach. Good find. Yeah, if you're on shit
Good
picks,
value.
go ahead and grab that with the taco, huh?
Yeah, you compare that with a taco. I think you can also take a pretty safe play with TKR. His points go down to 14.5. That one was a pretty solid look. And there was somebody else. I will say honorable mention for Tyler B. This 12.5 points is just a touch too low. He was one game back from an injury, came back, played over 30, or he played 28 minutes, but the game got out of control. But he still put up 15 points. I think had double-digit field goal attempts again. 12.5 is too low. This guy was at 14.5 points before he got hurt. So just saying. Hi, buddy.
Sounds good. That's a great play.
All right.
I like that play. Coach, you came with that one.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Big Coach. We appreciate you, man. And I think he had something else posted, but the only way you're going to find out is hop in that Discord. So make sure you guys, oh man, just had a blackout. Make sure you guys hop in the Discord. Links down below. Still running a brand new 7-day free trial for everyone. So everyone is going to have that option available for you. Hop in, check it out, get the plays, feel the love, join the fam.
Man, that was good.
All right, underrated Big Dog. You
Big
got
Dog.
anything else?
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm Big Dog again today. Nice. Get to be Big Dog? Fuck yeah. My whole day is good now.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all. We appreciate y'all hanging out for us. We will be back at it. Make sure to hit that like and sub on your way out. We will have some content, like I mentioned earlier, for WNBA. We're going to do some breakdowns for that stuff. Keep an eye out for that. See you guys in the Discord. Good luck tonight. See you back here tomorrow. Peace.